Hopefully it works.
He's got to sign up for Steve's team. Steve's team.
Well, I'm not getting an error. So that's good. The screen still hasn't shown up on YouTube yet. Oh, there it goes. Okay, we're in Reston, Virginia at the Skate Quest. We're playing the Reston Raiders here on their home ice. Potomac Patriots away game, second to last game of the season. And last time we played Reston, it was resulting in a tie, as I recall. So it should be a pretty good game. And I apologize ahead of time if this stream is broken up or choppy because I don't have a good Wi-Fi signal here. So I'm using my data plan off my phone to get this to you. Hopefully it works and you can enjoy it. And they're taking the ice for the warm-up. Reston's wearing white and Patriots are wearing their dark blue jerseys. And they start their warm-up now. Recorded. Don't break my camera, dude. They finally got their jerseys. Oh no, maybe not. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe not. Head fake. Yeah, I find it funny that here we are at the end of the season, 2 games left, and we still have some players that don't have their jersey. I guess that shipment got lost en route from China or something. All right, that horns the end of the warm-up. We're going to collect the pucks up. We'll get to center ice. I'll get you starting line. So both goalies are dressed today. I don't know who's going to be in net. I think it's Henry's turn. But I have been wrong before. I got 7 people. All right, they break from the huddle, and they'll be going out here to center ice. Looks like Henry's in net. That makes sense to me because Kate was in for the last game. So starting line looks like Langston, William, Riot, Brody, and Dakota. Referees are talking it over there by the scorer's bench. 15-minute periods. All right, Patriots showing some life there, banging on the boards, getting ready to drop this puck to start the game. All right, Reston wins the draw. They bring it back in their defensive zone, getting some pressure though from Riot. Held in by Dakota, and now the defenseman lost his stick there. And now the puck comes out here towards the blue line, held in though by the Patriots. I can't see from this angle, but it's down in the corner there. And they're still battling control of it, smearing each other into the boards and stuck in a corner. And now the puck squirts out, handled by Riot. Got it on a back forehand on the other side. Tried to center it, knocked away out to the point. Williams there, takes a shot. Missed the net to the left side, touched up by Dakota. Dakota throws it over to the other side. It's coming out towards William at the blue line. He steps up and chips it back in. And now over to, at the high slot, to Langston. They lost the zone. They're going to have to regroup here, get back on side. Langston threw it off the Reston player. Now Reston's going to be on side, but kicking at it and poking at it. And now Reston got chipped out of the zone. Now Dakota's going the other way, but got some pressure from Reston. And they throw the puck back towards the red line, and now it comes back in our defensive zone. Coming off the ice there, Cohen throws it ahead, but miscommunication there, and Dakota lost his edge. Riot's going to pressure this puck. Comes back to Cohen. Cohen throws it ahead, now back to Reston. Reston controls the puck. They throw it to another Reston player, and they're onside. And takes a shot. Henry saw that and covers it, and that'll stop the clock. 13:47, first period, no score. And a defensive zone faceoff coming. So Danny's out there now with Cohen, Dylan, Z, and Yosef. Cohen and Yosef are in the slot. Z taking a faceoff. And controlled by the Patriots. Dylan comes charging out of the zone. Got tripped there. And now lost the puck. They got a tripping call coming here on the Reston Raiders. And it's going to put the Patriots in a power play. So the clock stopped at 13:41. I'm assuming this is going to be a 1.5-minute penalty. Minor penalty here. Tripping on Drew, that penalty, good moving his feet there, and that's going to put us in the power play. Okay, Dylan and Cohen are setting up center ice. Z taking a face-off. Same lines as before. Danny's out there, and Yosef. Yosef's against the boards. 2-minute penalty, so 2-minute power play here. And the puck goes over, controlled by Yosef, got poked away by Reston, and now throws it on net, but hit a Reston player. Now, pressuring the puck though is Z. Puck goes in the corner and they're battling for it. And now picked up by Yosef. He throws it towards the net, but taken away takes another shot and missed it to the right. Now picking it up is Reston. They chipped at it though, and now loose puck now fired over to the near side, coming towards the boards, and Yosef's there. He meets the puck and now lost it, but coming out to the high slot, stepping up is Cohen. He chips it back in for Z. Z's got it in the corner now, but got smeared in the boards and now kept his feet though, and now controls the puck and sends it to the crease there, but knocked away by a defender. And now alongside the near side boards out to Danny. Danny shovels it back in deep. Puck's loose behind the net. Now picked up by, Z took a big hit, but now over to Dylan. Dylan in some traffic there, and now poking at it. Now Yosef turns and gets it back in the zone, but lost his edge as he did. Now the puck comes out to neutralize. Cohen's there and throws it back ahead. We're back at neutral ice, but controlled by Reston. Chipped at by Danny, and now they got behind our defense and missed the net on that. And throws it again, and now chipped out of there, but throws another shot. It hit I think it hit Z's skate. Now Z's got it going the other way, and we're in an odd man rush here. 3-on-2, going to turn into a 3-on-3, but he made a move, got the puck behind the defender, but now picked up by Reston. They fired over to the near side. Far side, excuse me, and Yosef's got it in the circle. He's trying to get a piece of that, but knocked away by a Reston stick. And now they throw it out of the zone, and now Jackson's there, got to get us regrouped at neutral ice. Sends it ahead for Dalen, but couldn't make that pass, intercepted by Reston. Reston's now coming into the wrong side, takes a shot, and Henry saw it, and it gave up a little rebound, but he reached down and covered it, and that'll stop the clock. 12:03 to go. 23 seconds left in the Patriot power play. Gethin's out there now with Chris, Zach, Ellis, and Jackson. Zach taking a face-off. Ellis and Jackson are in the slot. And I don't know what's going on here. Zach got told to get out of the face-off circle, so now Gethin's taking the draw. Reston wins that draw, and now over to Ellis. Ellis sends it over to Zach. Zach now charging out of the zone by himself, and now throws it on net. Missed the net to the left. Goes in deep now, and then picked up by a Reston player. They're trying to clear it out. Comes ricocheting out here towards neutral ice. And trying to catch up is Chris. Lost the puck, and now the puck comes into our defensive zone. Zach's back there. And got to go collect the puck behind the net. Fires it over to the other side point, and Ellis is there, but he got a skate on it, but didn't get a stick on it. Now tries to leave zone. They take a shot. It hit Chris, and now he's going to go try to get it, but he's got a Reston forechecker on him. Puck comes bouncing out towards the blue line, held in by Reston. And now they take a shot on net, and Henry saw that, but picked up immediately by a Reston attacker. He takes another shot, got a piece of that, goes over to the other side. Ellis is there, and now it's going to clear out. He sends it ahead for Gethin. Gethin lost his edge, we dumped it in, and goes in deep now, and Reston's making some changes, and we're going to forecheck this. Goes over to the far side blue line. Stepping up is Jackson. He chipped it into the slot, takes a shot on net, missed the net to the right, comes in to the near side circle, picked up by Reston on a backhand. They're trying to clear it out, and they do, out to neutral ice. There's a Reston player to meet the puck, and Jackson's there, but Chris is getting him some pressure, and he left the puck there, and now held in by the skate of a Reston player. Takes a shot. Henry knocked it down with his blocker, picked up by Jackson. Jackson skating with it now, trying to clear out. Hit the Reston player's skate, leg, and now sticks over there on the boards. And they've shoveled it back in a little bit deeper, and they're going to go fetch this is Brody. Brody turned on it, brings it into the slot, sends it ahead, and chipped out of there by Gethin, and now it's a foot race. Gethin's chasing after. Looks like Reston's going to get there first, though, but Gethin's going to chase after, and they bring over the far side. They're sending it towards the high slot and trying to clear out. Now they're across the red line, but they chip it back to their player, and now they're regrouping at neutral ice. Trying to get onside, getting some pressure, though, from the Patriots. They dump the puck in. The puck's spinning around like a top behind our net. Goes off the side of the back of the net and over to Brody. Brody's trying to clear it out here. Made the moves to get away from that. Sent it off the skate of a Reston player and goes back in deep. And now Reston trying to center it, but got a stick on it. And now getting some pressure from William. And now the puck comes out, and Chris is out there, and now Langston. Gethin. Gethin sends it ahead for missed the pass, though. Chipped that by Riot. Riot's going the other way, got a breakaway, and now it's going to be icing. No, but no icing. Now Riot tried to center, but there's just Reston players there, and they pick up the puck. Lost his edge, though, but held in by Dakota. Sends it over to Brody. Brody's going to take a shot, got disrupted by a defender, and lost the puck in the circle. Poking at it was Dakota, but goes over to the far side boards. Brody's there and trying to shovel it in, but got some pressure there from Reston. Now chipped into the slot, and Dakota's there banging on it and trying to push it on net. They missed the net to the right. Now it's behind the net. And looks like Riot's got it, looking for a centering pass, sends it out to Brody in the high slot. Brody turns on it, got some pressure, takes a shot, goes up and over the net, and behind and still in play, though. And now Riot's down there. He's got it on a backhand in the near side. And playing keep away, brings it back behind the net. Now has it on a forehand, tries a wrap around. Puck is stuck to the goal. He doesn't know where it's at, and now we got a whistle. No goal. 9:02 on the stoppage of play, first period. No score on the board yet. A lot of action there with no breaks. And it's Riot, Johnny, William, Brody, and Dakota. Riot taking a face off. Dakota's in the slot. And back to Brody. Brody's immediately takes a shot. Missed the net, though. Comes over to the near side. Chasing after it's Dakota on a forecheck. And I can't see from this angle. The puck squirts out of there, but Riot's got it. Takes a shot. It got disrupted by a stick. It goes into the netting above the back of the goal there, and that's going to result in another face-off. 8:48, first period, no score. Fresh legs out there for the Patriots. It's Zach, Dylan, Yosef, Cohen, and Danny. Z. And now controlled by Reston. They're charging out of the zone, and they break out. Cohen tried to get a stick on that, but now Reston got got loose there, and they have it on a forehand, now on a backhand, brings it towards the net, and Henry made a nice save there, and now puck's coming out towards the other board, getting smeared into the boards by Dylan. Puck squirts out in deep now, chasing after it. Reston's there, but Danny's all over him. They send it out and got touched up by Z. Z's going to go dig it off the board, throws it out of the zone for Dylan. Dylan's now racing across the red line and got back checked, though, and puck goes, I don't know, the defender fired it over here the near side boards. And now it comes out to the slot, battling for it, trying to shovel it in there. Z took a big hit from behind, now picked up by Reston, going the other way. They send it ahead. Danny got turned around there. And now Reston's got on the backhand, charging now to put the brakes on in the circle. They send it out to the point. He's going to wind up, takes a shot, misses the net, goes over to the right side, now over to the left side. And now pushing it out there, and Dylan's shoveling it, trying to clear the zone. Puck's bouncing around there right along the boards. Picked up by Reston, poke check by Cohen, and now Reston dumps it in even deeper, chasing after. Now Danny's going to get there. The puck's on its edge, and he's going to fire it ahead for Yosef, held in by Reston. Reston threw it, but Z got a stick on it. It goes in the far corner, and Cohen's there. Cohen sends it ahead for Dylan, but hammered by Reston back in deep. Cohen there is going to fling it back ahead. Reston holds his own, but Dylan's there battling for it. And now Reston pushes it into the slot and takes a shot, missed the net, comes over to the near side. Danny's going to get there first. Maybe not. Reston was there first. And Danny got tied up. And now Reston has the puck. They have it on the backhand, though. They're taking it behind the net and looking for a pass. We're all bunched up there. And now it comes out to the blue line. He's going to push it towards the net, and Z knocked it away over to Dylan. Dylan's going the other way, getting joined by Yosef. Sends it over to Yosef. Took a big hit there as he entered the zone. And now the puck comes back in our defensive zone. Picked up by Chris. He just came off the bench. Held in by Reston. Reston brings it into the top of the circle. Takes a shot. Henry gave up a rebound, and then they scored. 6:53. First period, Reston scores first. Zach's out there now. John, Gethin, Chris, and Jackson. Talking it over with the other bench there. Controlled by Reston off the draw, and pressuring the puck, though, is John. They send it ahead. There's a Reston player there, but goes into our zone. Chris airmails it over to the other zone, and there's a Reston player there waiting for it, and he settles the puck. Sends it ahead, got chipped into the offensive zone. Jackson's got to go get this. It goes on net, and now Henry's got to cover it, and that'll stop play. So defensive zone faceoff coming for the Patriots. 6:37 on the stoppage of play. They're going to stay out there for another drop. Gethin and Chris are set up in the slot. Zach taking the face-off. Jackson in the corner and John against the board. And Patriots win the draw, and immediately Jackson sends it over to the near side. Gethin's there to receive it, now takes it back behind our net, getting forechecked, though, and sends it over to Jackson. Jackson touches it up, and it leaves the zone over to Zach. Zach getting joined by John on the rush. Tried to flick it in there, but Reston got a stick on it. And over to Jackson, now battling for control of the puck right at the blue line. We're offsides. Gethin tried to center it across the ice there. Got intercepted by a Reston player. Now Reston's offside. No call, though. And now picked up by Chris. Chris flings it out of the zone. And now Reston's going to retrieve it in their defensive zone. John continues the forecheck. Puck came out to neutral ice. Chipped at by Reston. Back to Zach. Zach's going to take a shot. Hit a Reston defender and goes against the far side boards. Reston's going to fling the puck all the way down. This could be icing. No, they waved the icing. This puck might be on the side of the net. And now picked up by Jackson. Got two forecheckers on him. The puck goes into the corner. Now Chris is there. He fires it over to the near side. And there's a Reston player there to take it. They send it into the slot. Ricochets off of Jackson. And now he takes it back behind that and sends it ahead for Brody. Brody stops the puck there and trying to get reorganized here. And he ices the puck. This is going to come all the way back. 5:33. Icing's the call. Patriots are down by a goal. 1-0 is the score. Williams out there now with Langston, Dakota, Brody, and Riot. Dakota and Langston are in the slot. Riot taking the face-off.
This is terrible news. Come on.
And controlled by Reston, but Dakota's pressuring the puck now. The Reston throws it out to their blue line. Hesitates, takes a shot. It goes off of Dakota. Now Brody's trying to clear it out, but Reston managed to keep that in the zone. And now they still keep it in the zone. It's ricocheting around in there in the high slot. Now picked up by Langston. Langston's going to skate it out. Throws it ahead, but there's a Reston player waiting for it, and they immediately throw it back into neutral ice. We are still onside, but Reston controls the puck. Now the puck goes in deep, and it's a foot race. And it's in the corner. Langston's going to get there first, drags it out of there and fires it out, clears the zone. They're saying he touches, so no icing. It's going all the way down. And forechecking is Brody. I'm sorry, Riot. Riot got on the backhand, sent it towards the slot. Got knocked away by a defender. Comes over to the underside boards, and now back behind the net to the far corner. And Reston's there, and they're trying to push it out. Another Reston player, and onto the high slot. Now Reston skating through neutral ice, trying to break out. Swatting at him there is Langston. He's got a trailer. William takes away the trail and got a stick on that. Now over to Langston. Langston kicks it, pushes it ahead, but held in the corner by Reston. Reston's got on the backhand. Now a forehand, looking for a pass. And they send it to the slot. There's a player there. He whiffs on a one-timer. And now the puck comes out to the high slot. And they shovel it back into another Reston player in the top of the far circle. He takes a shot. This got redirected off the net by the blocker of Henry. And now Williams trying to clear it out, but he's got two forecheckers all over him, and he lost the puck. Now they bring it towards the slot. Players go down there. Now Brody's got it. He's going to send it ahead for Dakota. Dakota's got some speed on him. Got kicked away by a Reston player. Now Brody brings it in onside. Takes a shot, but it hit the Reston player, and the puck's stopped there in the circle. Now Brody's got on the backhand, but getting a lot of pressure from Reston. And now Reston player went down, but no call. Swatting at it there was Riot. Now shoveled in by Dakota, but now picked up by Reston. Reston's got it in the... They fired across the ice, but it got intercepted by Brody in the high slot. He takes a shot. It got touched up by the goalie and goes up into the netting. And I think this is going to result in an offensive zone faceoff. 3:40 to go in the period. Patriots are down. The score is 1-0. All right, Z's out there now. Dylan, Joseph, Danny, and Johnny. Dylan's going to top of the circle. Z taking a faceoff. Controlled by Reston, immediately flings it out of the zone. Chasing after it's Johnny. The Reston player's there and puts the brakes on to get away from Johnny. Now brings it in the zone, goes against the far side board. Johnny banging on it. He kicks it in deeper now. And there's a Reston player sending it, hit the back of the net. Now picked up by Joseph. Joseph sends it, got some speed on here. He's going to clear the zone. And now enters the offensive zone. Made a toe drag to try to get away from that. And now lost the puck. Now they send it over to the far side, near side. Now it's coming out towards the blue line. Reston controls it and now sends it out to neutral ice. Dylan tried to send it ahead, but it hit the Reston player. Now the Reston players have it on the backhand. Now hits the brakes, and now Dylan flicks it out, and it's offsides. And that'll result in a blue line face-off. 3:03 first period. Score is 1-0 Reston. Z taking this draw. Dylan's against the far side. Joseph's at center ice. Back on defense, Johnny and Danny. And Patriots win the draw. Johnny steps up to clear the zone, but can't. And now the puck pops out, but there's a Reston player waiting, and they dump it in. This is offsides. We'll see where this face-off comes. He's saying all the way down. All the way down. It's going into the offensive zone. The Reston player was about halfway to the end line there. Okay. 2:54, first period. Here comes the drop. Controlled by the Patriots. Back to Yosa. Takes a shot, misses the net to the left. Coming over the near side, coming out to the blue line. And they clear out, but it got touched up by, now picked up by Z. Z enters his own outside, got some pressure there, but takes the puck into the corner. Now puts the brakes on to stay away from him and lost the puck. Comes back towards the blue line. Danny's there trying to hold his own, but can't. Reston's going the other way. Janney got a piece of that and now clears it over to the other side. Yostis over there, going to dig it off the board and go onside, puts the brakes on, takes a shot, but hit a couple players. Oh, and Z almost got a piece of that before he lost his edge. And now the puck comes out towards the blue line. Chopped at by Danny, but cleared out by Reston. And now Reston's pushing the puck into their offensive zone. It comes on net and now goes behind the net. Danny's going to push it ahead, but got taken away by Reston. Reston's got on the near side. Danny shovels it back in the corner. And now Reston has it on a backhand. They sent it behind the net. There's a Reston player there. He retrieves it, has it on a forehand. Got chopped at by Johnny, but kept his edge over to Joseph. Joseph's going to go with Dylan now. It's a 2-on-4. 2-on-3. Dylan sends it to Dylan. Dylan tried to chop it towards the net, but it got taken away by Reston. Out to Z at the top of the circle, taken away by Reston. Reston's going the other way now and going to put some pressure. And now they cross the red line. He's all by himself. They're changing. And now he brings it on a forehand behind the net. Sends it to the slot. Takes a shot. I think it hit Chris, and now Chris seems to be okay. And Johnny tried to clear it out, but it went right to Reston. Reston's going to try to center the puck. The puck's in the corner. They have it on a forehand. Gets away from Z there, looking for a pass. And they center it to the slot, but missed everybody. Over the near side was a Reston player. Takes a shot over to the far corner. Now chasing after it. Z's there, but so is a Reston player. Puck pops into the corner. Z's got to settle it down, sends it ahead for Dylan. Dylan now, we're going to break the zone, getting joined by Joseph. And Yosef's going to come off the ice for a break. And Dylan dumps it in, and he's going to go change too. So staying out there, Reston's trying to do a change as well. And they send it into the zone. It got behind our defense and has it on a backhand, though. Shovels it and missed the net. Comes over to the near side. Pushed down by Chris, and now ties them up. And now over to John. John's getting some pressure, though. Reston takes the puck away, throws it over the other circle. He's got on a backhand, shovels it towards the net. He takes a shot, it goes over the top of the net. Now it goes into the circle, and chopping at it was Chris, but settled by Reston. They bring it into the slot. There's another Reston player there, and now Jackson's putting some pressure on the puck. Smears them into the boards, and the puck stays there. Now Reston digs it out of there. We got a hit from Zach. It's going to be a penalty on Zach, I think, hit from behind. Let's see what the signal is. Yeah, Zach's going to the box. I'm not sure what the penalty is. Elbowing. 29 seconds left on the first period clock. Penalty kill coming up for the Patriots. Ellis was out there. Now he's going back to the bench. John was out there. So now it's Riot, Brody, Chris, and Jackson. Riot taking the draw. Brody and Chris set up in the slot. And controlled by Reston back to their point. He's going to wind up, takes a shot. Goes off of Riot. Riot's got a breakaway, short-handed, going the other way. Got to dig it out of the corner. Has it on a forehand now. Makes a move. Goalie got a piece of that, knocked it away. Comes over to the near side, continuing the forecheck on a shorthand over to Riot. Riot's trying to toe drag it, takes a shot. Goalie got a big piece of that. It goes up high and now held in play, though. Comes over to the near side. There's 8 seconds left in the period. Penalty kill continues for the Patriots. Trying to slow them down and get this period at an end. Stop there right at the blue line, and that horn is the end of the period. So there's 1:31 left on the penalty kill when we start the second period. But the first intermission starts now. After one period of play, the Patriots are down by 1 goal. Score is 1-0. Reston. Second period getting ready to start. We're going to be defending the left side of the screen for this period. Henry's still in net. Williams out there now with Brody and Riot. And we're missing a skater. I think Langston's getting some last minute advice from coach.
One more! One more!
It's Langston. So we got a minute 31 to kill here to start the second period. Riot got kicked out of the face-off circle. Brody's going to have to take the face-off. And controlled by the Patriots. Riot charges into the zone. Lost the puck, though, on a poke check. Dumps it in now. Loose puck behind the net. And Brody's going to forecheck a little bit. Got smeared a little bit, but held the puck down there. Now Riot's chopping at it. Now here comes Reston the other way on a 2-on-2. He sends it across ice. And now brings on side. Takes a shot. Got blocked away by Henry over to the near side. And they center it over to the far side circle. He's going to wind up whiffs on a shot. And now shoveling on it was Langston trying to clear it out of there. The puck's stuck down there, though. And Langston's put a big hit on him. Send it to a trailer in the top of the circle. He shoots high over the top of the net. Comes out towards the other point. He's going to wind up, takes a shot, and missed the net to the right or got redirected. I can't tell. And now some pressure here on the near side, and they're tying him up on the boards. My angle, I can't see what's going on down there, but the puck's on the near side corner. A lot of players down there digging on the puck. Some more big hits, and the puck gets flung out of there over to William. Williams got one, swats at a pass there, and still got a stick on it, though. And now over to Riot. Riot's going to break out. Short-handed here, crosses the red line, joined by William. Takes a shot, went off a defender's legs, and now the puck's behind the net. Riot's still down there on a forecheck. And now Reston is miscommunication there, but now they figure it out, and they send it out to William at the point. William goes in on a backhand. Now a forehand. Has it in the slot. Lost it, though. And he's going to keep this forecheck on. Good way to kill a penalty. and bangs on him, and now Reston settles it, and they send it ahead. And coming here on a back check is Williams, sends it to Brody. Brody takes a shot. Now we're back at full strength, and now getting picked up here, and now Langston's got it. And we were slow coming out of the box there, and now we have another whistle. I'm not sure what this is all about. I am confused. Referee's talking it over with our bench. I'm not sure. Okay, this is going to go back in our defensive zone. And now Langston's going in the box. I don't know what's going on. Langston's not sure either. Okay, I didn't get a hand signal there from the referee, and we are still a bit confused here. There's another full 2-minute penalty on the board. I think it was maybe a hit that happened a lot earlier. Okay, Z's out there now. Dylan, Cohen, and Danny. Reston ties him up, and it's stymied right there, and now kicking it around. Goes on net and scores. Power play goal for Reston, 13-11. Second period, they go up 2-0. I think Langston's coming out of the box now. Now he's waving him to come out. I'm not sure what that penalty was all about. But we're back to full strength. Joseph's out there now. Z, Dylan, Danny, and Cohen. Now the referee's... I'm not sure what's going on. The coach wants to talk to the referee, so we're gonna hold the puck here while this referee talks to the bench. I don't think the coach likes what the referee has to say about it. He's shaking his head. Maybe too many is the call. I didn't see the hand signal there, but there's a long discussion, and now they're saying drop the puck. 13-11, second period. Reston's up by 2 goals. Patriots won that draw, but it's stuck in traffic. Now Joseph digs it out of there, brings us onside, flicks it ahead, but taken away by Reston, but now loose puck. Keeping the forecheck on, though, and now puck comes over to the near side, still loose. There's a couple Reston players there, but so is Dylan. They flow it out to Cohen. Cohen got a piece of that, but not enough, and now Reston's skating with it. And we got a penalty coming on Joseph. I think it's going to be... maybe an elbow, no, a trip. So Patriots are going to go in a penalty kill for 2 minutes. 12:49 on the clock.
I don't understand how you can trip someone when you hit them under the tits.
So fresh legs out there. It's Z, Dylan, Chris, and Jackson to kill this. Here comes the drop. Controlled by Reston, they immediately fling it back to their blue line, back to the far board. And he's got it on the top of the circle and sends it back to the point. And now in deep, got intercepted by Chris. Chris whiffs on a pass, though, and now sends it over to the near side. There's a Reston player at the other point. He's going to take a shot. Missed the net, over to the left, come over to the far side boards. Reston's there, they chip it back to their blue line. They wind up, dumps it in, and all the puck's behind the net. There's a Reston player there but getting some pressure from Jackson, and Chris flings it out of there. It goes against the... Z sends it out of the... And now chasing after, it's Dylan. This could be on net. And goalie's going to reach out and cover it, and that'll stop the clock. So penalty kill continues for another minute 26. There's 12:15 on the second period clock. Patriots are down by 2 goals. Scores 2-0 Reston, but we are shorthanded in the offensive zone. Ellis is out there, Zach, Jackson, and Chris. The Reston won the draw, and now they send it ahead, but stepping up, Chris missed that pass to Jackson, and now Reston's got it. They're going to dump it in. Took a weird angle into the corner, so no offside. And now coming out towards, sends it out to the high slot. Ellis is there, shorthanded. He's going to try to bring us onside all by himself. Takes a shot, misses the net to the right. Now the puck goes behind the net and picked up by Reston. Reston sends it out to the blue line. And the puck spinning like a top and slowing down, so Jackson's got to go fetch it. And he sends it ahead, but there's a Reston player that holds it in the zone. Puck's against the near side boards. The Reston's got on a forehand, takes a shot, goes through the crease, didn't touch anything, goes over to the far side. Zach's there, puts the brakes on, air mails it ahead to Ellis. Ellis chopped it down, now flings it on net. Chases after it, gave up a rebound, is going to go get it. And there was a Reston player there to defeat that attempt. Sends it through the crease. One-timer there to Zach, but he couldn't make that connection. Now Reston's going to clear it out. They send it ahead to another Reston player. He's going to enter onside. Got a 3-on-1. Takes a shot. Redirected off the net by Henry. Comes over to the near side boards.
30 seconds,
Reston's
let's go,
there.
keep it up.
They send it into the near side. Boards now picking up, and they send it back to their point. Pressuring the puck, though. Now goes, misses the net. Ricochets behind the net in a weird angle. And now picked up by Reston. And pressuring the puck, though, is Johnny. And now Reston sends it into the slot. There's a player there. He shoots and gives up a rebound and finds the back of the net on the rebound. And that makes the score 3-0. Power play goal there for Reston. 10:50, second period. The score is 3-0 Reston. And we're not out of the box yet. I'm confused. Can we come out of the box now? And, okay, Yosef comes out of the box. And we won the draw, but we launched it all the way back in our defensive zone. Going chasing this is William. William sends it ahead. And now across the ice, but held in by Reston. Over to Brody, got kicked back in by Reston. Now over to William. William's going to go fetch his puck. Playing keep away, skating with it now. Lost it, though. Reston's got it. And behind in the corner. Now, William lost his edge. The puck goes against the far corner. Dakota's down there, banging on it. And now Reston's got it. And they're getting some pressure, though, from Dakota. They have it on a forehand. They send it over the near side. There's a player there. Sends it into the slot. Ricocheting around. Reston sends it back to the high slot and holds the zone and dumps it back in. Puck's behind the net there, and it gets sent back out. Dakota lost his edge, and the Reston player stepped up and threw it on net, missed the net. Comes over the near side. And battling for it. Now puck goes behind the net again. Johnny's over there, going to put some pressure on this Reston player. And so is Dakota. A bunch of players go down. The puck is stuck in there. Now it pops out. And Ride's there, but he's got a forechecker on him. He sends it back out to the high slot and they missed it. Now Dakota's chasing after, and Reston's gonna circle on that and immediately send it back out of the zone, and it goes all the way down. Icing's the call. It's gonna come all the way back. 9:47 on the second period clock. Offensive faceoff coming for the Patriots. We're gonna make a change. Cohen and Danny are out there. Dylan, Z, and Yosef. Z is going to take the face-off. Dylan's going to set up in the top of the circle. Controlled by Reston. They bring the puck back behind their own net. They fire it over to the far side blue line. Coming out and stepping up was Danny. Danny dumps it back in. Loose puck now behind that. There's a Reston player there to slow it down. Fires it back over to the far side. And Reston slows down, but not enough. Danny gets a piece of it. Throws it on net. Misses the net to the left. Comes over the near side. Reston's there, but so is Yosef. They send it out to blue line. Cohen couldn't hold his own. Going all the way down. And chasing after it. Looks like Reston's going to get there first. Danny's right behind him. And big collision in the corner. Reston digs it out of there. Brings it in front of it. And got it kicked away by Yosef. Yosef now skating with it. Going to put some speed on. Sends it to himself in the zone. Got behind the defense a little bit. Centers it over to Dylan. Dylan scores. So Yosef to Dylan. Dylan really just chipped it in. Dylan's going to get credit for the goal. Yosef gets credit for the assist. Patriots are not going away without a fight here. And they score their first goal. The score is 3-1 Reston. Referee's talking to Joseph here about something. Counseling session. You went back to our bench, not the penalty box. Okay, Zach, John, Gethin, Chris, and Jackson. Zach taking a faceoff. Neither team won that draw. Now Reston comes down with it. They're going into the offensive zone, getting some pressure from a back check by John. They lost the puck, goes in the corner. And it's down there, but Jackson gets to it. Throws it over here to Gethin. Gethin's got room. He's going to skate with it. Made a move to get away from that guy. Sent it out of the zone, and waiting for it was John. John's going to get us onside. Dumps it in, and now it's a foot race. Zach's down there, but the puck goes all the way past him over to the far corner. Gethin chips it on the net, but there's a Reston player there. And John's trying to getting tied up there by the Reston player. No call. And Jackson holds his own, hammers it in, and ricocheted off a Reston skate there in the slot. Now picked up by Reston. Forechecking those John. He's going to try to put some pressure on his puck. Skates past them, and now Zach tried to make a move on him, but now brings it out to neutral ice, and now he's going to enter the zone onside. Has it on a forehand, coming to the near side. Getting some pressure from Jackson. Had to put the brakes on to get away from Jackson. And now the puck's coming back towards the blue line. Hammered back in by Reston. Goes all the way over to the other blue line. And Reston's going to step up and hold the zone by getting some pressure there from Gethin. Kicks it out of the zone, but Reston collects the puck. John's right there in his face, though, banging on it. Now Gethin, they're offside. Okay, that'll stop the clock. 8 minutes to go, second period. Neutral zone faceoff coming. And we're going to make some changes. William and Langston are on defense now. Brody, Dakota, Riot. Dakota's against the boards. Riot taking the draw. Controlled by Reston back in their defensive zone. They immediately fling it out to neutral ice. There's a couple players there, and Reston gets onside, and they send it over to a trailer in the slot, but he lost the puck because of William intervening there, and the puck goes in the corner. They're stuck down there. I can't tell, but it's coming towards the blue line now. Hammered out of there and touched up by Dakota, and they clear the zone. Riot's got it, but he's got a lot of pressure on him from a bunch of Reston players. He brings it onside, flings it in deep now. Puck's coming around the near side towards the camera and out towards the blue line, but Reston's there, and they poke check by William. He holds the zone, but now we get offside, and offside's the call. 7:27. Back to neutral ice.
Communicate, boys! Communicate!
They're going to stay out there for another drop. Referee doesn't like them getting close there, and neither team really won that draw. Okay, Patriots got it. Riot's got on a backhand, trying to escape that fork, and now Reston bangs it out of the zone. We got to get back on side. Settled there by William. William sends over to Langston. Langston sends over to Dakota. We're back on side, but we don't have the puck. And they send it over to the near side. Ricochets off the board. Brody's there. Brody sends it ahead, but Reston intercepts it, and now brings it back in their defensive zone. Pressuring the puck goes Riot. They send it over to another Reston player. He brings it on. And now they clear out, and Reston sends it ahead to and they're on side. Puck goes into our defensive zone. And Langston took a big hit, but got the puck out of the zone, and slow getting up and looking at the bench like, what was that? And William hit the Riot skate there, but now picked up by Brody. Brody's getting out of the zone. Got it onside. Lost the puck in the slot. Knocked away by a Reston player. Reaching back for it was Riot, but now William trying to slow it down. They got past him. And Langston's by himself on defense. Now approaching, and Riot got a stick on that. Nice defensive stop there. He hammers it over to Dakota at the other side. Dakota touched it up, but couldn't clear the zone. They bring it into the slot. Takes a shot, goes off of Langston's skate. Now picked up by Dakota. He shovels it over to William on the near side. William's got a little room here. He's going to skate with it. Made a couple moves, got away from a forecheck. Now brings it across the ice. Made a couple other moves. Lost the puck as he exited the zone, but getting chased after by Reston. And now made a move and lost the puck now, but chasing after it. Not giving up on this. And now Reston's offside. And no whistle, though. And now Patriots throw the puck in. And I'm sure this will be icing. It is. But they didn't whistle. I'm really confused. Referees just missed 2 calls in a row now. And now Reston's got the puck, and they fire it out of the zone and hit Dakota. And now Williams going to go get it at the blue line. Looking for a pass. Sends it across ice. Missed the pass to Langston. Now Langston steps up, chips it out of the zone to Brody. Brody lost the puck, though. And now Reston dumps it in, or now brings it in. They send it across ice, and now loosen the slot. Banging on it, though. Patriots clear it out, and now Riot's got it on the backhand, but trying to clear out and does. And then sends it over to Brody. Brody brings it through center ice. And making a couple moves there at the blue line. Now into the slot. Now in the far side circle. Got on a forehand. Shoots! Misses the net. Comes over to the near side. And Riot's there. Chips it back to Brody. Brody's lost the bucket. Riot takes a shot. Scores! Opportunistic goal there for Riot. Finds the back of the net.
Hometown hero!
Okay, I got that on video. Referee saying no goal. Terrible call. Referee's got to talk this over. Now they're saying goal. Other referee corrected him. Okay, even the scoreboard had it right. All right, so that was a goal. The referees talked it over. They got it right. 5:12 to go in the second period. The score is 3-2 Reston. Riot unassisted goal there. It did not go in and out. It went in and fell down, and then I think the goalie reached back and pulled it out. So Zach's out there now. Yosef, Dylan, Johnny, and Danny. And referee, I guess the Reston bench wanted an explanation. Referee talked it over. Here comes the drop. Controlled by the Patriots. Yosef dumps it in onto himself. He brings it, lost the puck though, and it hit Z. Now Z holds it right there, flings it in, but there's just Reston there. And they fire it out of the zone, goes into our bench. And I think this is going to be a defensive zone face-off because the Reston player did that. He said he touched it. It's going back in the offensive zone. No, back to the blue line. These referees are missing a bunch here. Z taking the face-off. Dylan near center ice and controlled by neither team. Twirling around in there. Yosef pulls it out of there. Now pushes it into himself and picked up by Reston. Continuing the forecheck. Yosef's got a big hit some, but now they continue to hold the puck. They fling it out here to the near side. And Danny couldn't quite hold his own, so he has to. And got pressure from Reston, but left the puck there. Now Z flings it ahead for Dylan. Dylan flings it in the zone, but there's Reston waiting for it. They fling it out to neutral ice, and now they shovel it ahead. There's a Reston player there, and they're onside. Johnny's going to go get to this puck, but so is Reston. And the puck comes out to the circle, and now in the slot, stuck there, now picked up by Z. Z's going to skate with it a bit, brings it over to the near side. Air mails it out, and now behind the defense is Joseph and Dylan. Joseph brings it into the net. The puck's loose. Goalie got a piece of that in the butterfly. Now it comes out, and now Reston's skating with it, and they're going to break out to neutral ice. Johnny trying to slow him down, but doesn't. And now Reston's got on the backhand, and took a hit there from Joseph, and now the puck's. Can't even see the puck. It's against the board. Joseph's going to approach the puck now. They bring it in, they shoot, and now Henry doesn't know where it's at. He covers it, and that'll stop play. We got a bunch of whistles. He's getting a little chippy out there. 3:55. I think Johnny's going to the box. Cross check on Johnny. Going to put the Patriots in a penalty kill for 2 minutes.
Penalties on whoever screams the loudest. You can just scream real loud.
So Chris is out there now with Z, Dylan, and Jackson. Minor penalty, 2 minutes. And stymies him on the draw, but he's in pressure. Now poked out of there by Dylan. And Dylan's going to clear the zone, shorthanded. Brings it across the red line. He's all by himself. He's a 1-on-4 here. And now hit it off the skate. And now held in, though, by Chris. Back to Dylan, now over to Z. Z shovels it in on the backhand blindly, and it's going to continue this kill in the offensive zone. Pressured by Dylan, but Reston clears it out, and now it's going to come back to Jackson. Jackson's by himself, sends it ahead for Dylan. Dylan turns on it, flicks it ahead, but there's a Reston player waiting for it, and they shovel it ahead to the red line, and now they're onside, but poking at it's Chris. Chris pressures into the puck, goes in the corner. Now Chris digs it out of there, has it on sends it over to Jackson. Jackson can't quite handle it. He's coming out. Reston's going to control the puck now, and they're in the corner. And I can't see from this angle, but the puck's coming towards the blue. He takes a shot on goal. I think he scored. They did. Power play goal for Reston. It scores 4-2. 3:05, second period. Penalties are really hurting us. They've got, I think they've got four goals on power plays. Or at least 3 for sure. Okay, William, Langston, Ellis, Zach, and Gethin. And Reston won that draw. And we're getting some pressure, though, from Langston. And players go down. Williams got the puck now by getting some pressure. Made a move there. Looking for a pass. Sends it ahead for Ellis. Didn't quite make the pass, but the puck goes in deep. Getting chased after. Now picked up by Reston. Ellis is on a forecheck. And they send it out. It clears everything. Goes all the way down. They're saying he touched it. And it's no icing. Puck's going to go behind the net. Williams down there to fetch it out of there. Puts the brakes on to get away from the forechecker. Sends it over here to the near side, far side, and can't clear the zone, though. And they take dumped it in. Comes over the near side circle. Reston's there to settle it. They fire bouncing behind the net. Over there is William going to dig it out of there on the backhand. Now skating with it. Pushes it ahead for Gethin. Gethin sends it out of the zone, but Reston's waiting for it. And Reston sends it back into our defensive zone, but met by Langston. He sends it across ice, and Gethin's there, but now bouncing around at neutral ice. Nolan's really got control of it. And now hammered in the zone, but it hits Langston's skate and goes in the corner. Langston's going to go get this. Puts it on a forehand, sends it to William into the slot, takes a shot. And I think Henry got a piece of that in the butterfly. Now it comes out of the zone. Ellis has got it going the other way, trying to get some speed on here. We got 2 defensemen, so he takes a shot. Goalie got it out of there. It comes over the near side. Ellis is going to continue the forecheck. Sends it out to, and Zach lost his edge. Now Reston sends it out of the zone, chasing after it. Reston got behind our defense, and William goes down and knocks it away. And now Reston sends it out to the high slot. Zach's there, settles the puck, and sends it all the way down. This could be icing. No, goalie's going to have to play it. It went on net. And Zach continues to forecheck out there. Reston fires it all the way down. This could be icing. Icing's the call. It's going to come all the way back. 124. I don't know what happened down there, but the Reston player went down. I don't know if he lost his edge or was helped by Langston, but no penalty. So offensive zone faceoff coming for the Patriots. Brody's out there, Riot, Dakota, Cohen, and Danny. Riot taking the draw, Dakota's in the slot. And Reston wins the draw. They have it behind the net. They fire it over to the far side. Dakota's over there. He's going to step up and takes a hit. And now Reston goes down, and Reston's controlling the puck now. And now they're going to come in onside. Got it on a backhand, though. Slowed down by Danny. Puck comes into the far side circle, handled by Reston, but approached by Riot. Now they send it out to the top middle of the circle, back to Danny. Danny's looking for a pass, sends it. Bouncing puck, clears the zone, over to Riot. Riot's on a breakaway. No, it's going to be a one-on-one. Getting joined by Dakota and Brody on a... Sends it to the slot. Tried a one-timer there, but missed the connection. Brody's got it on the near side. Got a player went down. Cohen steps up, hammers it back in, but it hits the Reston player. Now Riot sends it back to Brody, and now hammered out of there by Reston, going back into the defensive zone, and doesn't have a lot on it, so Danny's going to go fetch this, but Reston's changing. They send it back to Dakota. Dakota kicks it back to Danny. Danny brings it into the near side, now into the high slot. He's going to skate with it, clear the red line, dumps it in. Puck goes in deep now. Puck's on its edge. There's a little less than 25 seconds to go in the period. Reston sends it out here to the point. Danny steps up to try to hold the zone. Looks like he did. Dumps it back into Dakota. Dakota's got it on a forehand. Sends it to Brody. Can't do much with it. Taken away by Reston. Going the other way. Reston's on a 1-on-3. They come onside. We got it on the backhand. Jackson's trying to slow him down and banging on it. Knocks it out of there. They center it. It goes, takes a shot. Loose puck in front of the net. Still loose. Now picked up by Reston. They take a shot. And that horn stops the period. After 2 periods of play, the score is 4-2 Reston. Second intermission starts now. All right, third period getting ready to start. We're defending the right side of the screen. Henry's still in net. We got Jackson and William. I'm confused. We got way too many skaters out there. Jackson and Johnny. Brody, Riot, Dakota. Patriots are down by 2 goals. Score is 4-2 Reston. Third period getting ready to start. Referees are talking something over by the scorers table there. Everybody's ready to start the third period except the referees. Still talking it over. Must be an interesting conversation. All right, they come out of the huddle by the score tables. And we're going to start the third period. Riot taking a face-off. Controlled by Reston. They immediately charged towards the defensive zone. Jackson stymied him and knocked it out of there, but took a hit in the process. Now Reston flings it back towards neutral ice, and now they're entering the zone onside. By himself, though. Finds a trailer over to the far side. Got it on a forehand. Sends it to the slot. Shovels it towards the net, and now we have a whistle. And I'm not sure. The referee's hollering something, but no penalties. 14-42. Defensive zone face-off coming. Johnny and Dakota in the slot. Riot taking the draw. Won by Reston. Back to their blue line. Throws it on net. And goalie Henry had to reach out and cover that. And that'll stop the clock again. Reston made a few defensive changes. Controlled by the Patriots. Jackson's got it. He fires over to the near side. Dakota's there. Going to dig it off the board. Try to clear it out. And does. Go over to Riot. Riot's got a little bit of speed on. Got behind one defenseman. He's got another one to beat. And puts it on a backhand. Out forehand. Shoots. Hits the crossbar. Goes out to Brody. Brody sends it over to Jackson. Jackson winds up. Shoots. Misses the net to the right. Back to Dakota. Loose puck in front of the net. And I don't know how they covered this. Now they're saying goal. They're signaling goal here. I don't know what happened. We'll see where they sort this out. High sticking is the call. And and the face-off is going to come in the offensive zone. No goal. But I don't think the puck actually went in the net. But we're in a power play now. Dakota, Riot, Brody, Johnny, and Jackson. Riot taking the face-off. Dakota's in the slot. Back to Brody. Brody's got to dig it out of there. Dumps it back in, but Riot's there. Riot sends it towards the slot and knocked away by the Reston. And dump back in. Johnny tried to step up and hold his own, but Reston short-handed going the other way. And a 2-on-1. He's going to take away the... Brings it on a forehand. Got a trailer. Nice stop there on that one-timer. Henry, and now sends it out of the zone, and now Reston's offside, but pressuring the puck is Dakota. They send it ahead, but intercepted by Brody. Brody got some pressure on the back check, though, and now the puck squirts out. Short-handed, here comes Reston coming in the offensive zone. They got on a forehand, takes a shot. Henry gave up a rebound, but Jackson was there to pick that up. Now Reston's got it on a forehand. They send it here, and they miss the pass. Dakota's there, going to put some pressure on it, and the Reston players went down, lost his stick, and now slow to get up, and now Reston's offside. Now they get back onside. Still short-handed. Take a shot. Henry gave up a rebound. Swatting at it was Johnny. Clears the zone. Our power play continues, but we don't have the puck. And now Reston's got it, and they dump it back in short-handed at the end of the zone. Get some pressure from Jackson, but the puck goes in deep. And we're making some changes. And the puck's somewhere on the near side. Dakota's there. He's going to stop it and dumps it back into the netting, and that'll stop the clock. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but... this is going to be a defensive zone face-off. We're in a power play. 52 more seconds. There's 13:06 on the third period clock. Langston, William, Dylan, Z, and Joseph. And Patriots won that draw. Williams got to go back and get it. Turned around on it, but taken away by Reston. Reston takes a shot, knocked away by Langston. Langston goes and gets his own getaway there. He goes out to Langston. Reston throws it back in, intercepted by William. Williams going to escape with this now. He's going to break the zone, putting everybody on the back, and now brings it on onside. So leaves it to Dylan on a trailer. Poke checked away, though, back over to Langston. Langston's ricocheting the pass, and Williams got to step up to hold his own, but can't. Now he's got to get us regrouped here. Puts the brakes on, gets us back onside. Sends it to Dylan in the slot, but it can't handle the pass. Now on the near side, flings it off of a skate of a Reston player. Now Reston's got it, and they send it back. It took a weird hop off the boards, and now clears out. Williams slows it down and neutralized, sends it over the near side. Langston's there, and back over to Joseph. Joseph's going to bring us onside. Made a move and then lost the zone. And now Reston took it away, and they dump it in. No icing. We're back to full strength. Reston's back to full strength. And Williams got it, sends it across ice to Joseph. Joseph's going to step up, and now skating with it. Crosses the red line. Big collision. Dumped it in, though, as he did. And now here comes Reston the other way. They send it across ice. And now Reston controls the puck. We have a whistle coming on Reston, I think. Delayed penalty, and it was on us. Joseph takes the penalty. Roughing is the call. And the coach wants an explanation. So we're back in the penalty kill again for another 2 minutes. I'm not sure what just happened. The referee wanted to talk it over, the coach wanted to talk it over the referee, but we're in a penalty kill. So it's William and Langston, Z and Dylan. Z taking a face-off. Dylan and Langston are in the slot, controlled by Reston. Back to their top of their circle. Immediately takes a shot, disrupted by Langston. Clears the zone. Reston's offside now. Pressuring the puck goes Dylan. And still pressuring the puck. Banging on him. And now clears it over. Z got a piece of that. Brings it across the red line. Flings it in, but now hand pass stopped by Reston's paws. And now smearing him into the board was Dylan. Now Z joins that. Puck's pushing towards the offensive zone for Reston. Reston brings in the high side, poked away by William. Now over to Dylan. Dylan got the puck knocked away by Reston. Now Reston's playing keep away. Dylan's going to keep the forecheck on. They fired across the ice, intercepted by Z at neutral ice. Z's got to play keep away on a backhand. Reston swatting at it. William chips it ahead, but right to a Reston player. And now Reston got some pressure from Dylan. Now circling on it to William. William sends it to Z. Z crosses the red line, short-handed here, and got taken away. Then dumps it in, or did not quite in. Over to Dylan, though. And the puck's in onside. Picked up by Reston. Short-handed, the Patriots are keeping his forecheck in the offensive zone. The puck goes now behind the net, over the far side. There's a Reston player there to take it, and now they're skating with it. And they're going to try to break out. They send it ahead. There's a Reston player meets it right at neutral ice. And now Reston goes down at the end of the zone, but heads it on the backhand near side. Now a forehand, shoots. And Henry gave up a rebound there and shoveled out of there by Z. Takes another shot, gave up another rebound. The puck comes out of the zone. I think a defender kicked it out. You know, we're going to make some changes, defensive changes. And Reston's still getting regrouped as we're changing. And now they throw the puck in. This could be icing. Icing's the call. It's going to come all the way back. So the penalty kill continues for another 32 seconds. There's 10:26 on the third period clock. We're down by 2 goals. The score is 4-2 Reston. Fresh legs out there, though. We have Ellis, Zach, Danny, and Cohen. Zach taking a face-off. Ellis is in the slot. Controlled by Reston. They bring the puck back behind their net, and now they send it over to the near side, coming out towards Danny. Danny holds it in and immediately sends it in, but Ellis is there, but so is a bunch of Reston players. The puck's kicking around there. Reston throws it back to Danny. Danny flings it back in. The puck's now behind the net. Ricochet towards the crease. Goalie had to reach out and cover that. And that'll stop the clock again. 13 seconds left in the penalty kill, but we're in the offensive zone. Good place to kill penalties. Ellis is in the slot. Zach taking a faceoff. And Patriots win the draw back to Danny. Danny's going to send it over to Cohen. Cohen's got to get rid of it, though, because he got some pressure from Reston. Now, Reston's got the puck, and they send it ahead to another Reston player. Missed that pass, though. Puck's going all the way down, and now going to get picked up by Danny. Danny puts the brakes on, flings it back towards the blue line, held in by Reston. Reston brings it in the high slot, shovels it into the slot. Getting some pressure there from Cohen. Has it on a forehand now, sends it through the crease slot area and over to Danny. Danny flings it out of the zone. Waiting for it is John. John shovels it in on the backhand. We're back to full strength. Penalty kill over. Ellis is on a forecheck. They fling the puck over to the near side. We're not going to hold the zone. Chris got a piece of that, though, and slowed it down. Sends it to Zach. Zach sends it to Danny. Then he gets some pressure sends it to John. John dumps it over, but intercepted by Reston. Reston clears, kicked at by Zach, and now loose puck and neutralized. Reston flings it ahead towards the defensive zone. And now they're offside, but the referee didn't see that. Now the puck comes to neutralize. They shovel it in, and now they're onside. Zach's there. He's going to fling at the puck, but he didn't get a lot on that. Now Reston's got it, and they're going to bring it on a backhand behind the net. Still has it on a backhand. Now getting some, brings it here into the, now has it on a forehand, sends it to another Reston player behind the net in the corner. Jackson intercepts it, and is going to play keep away in the corner. Now sends it high out of the zone, but not cleared out, and now comes into the near side. Chris is there, and he's going to get a, flings it towards the blue line, and hits something or somebody and kept in the zone. Over to Ellis on the far side. Ellis is going to skate with this, sends it ahead for Zach. Zach touches it up to John, goes into the high slot, but there's a Reston player there, and they push at it, and Ellis shovels it in on the backhand. Loose puck now over here on the left side of the net. Centered to John, knocked away by Reston. Reston's going to get this on a forehand and fire it out towards the blue line. They clear the zone, but chasing after it. Jackson's going to get there and puts it on a forehand and got to fire it back out of the zone. Trying to make that connection to John, but dumped right back in by Reston. Reston's got to get collected here and get onside. They do. They bring it in the slot. Has it on a backhand. Still on a backhand. Now brings it on a forehand. Sends it through the slot, but intercepted by Brody. Brody sends it over to John. John makes a move. Now sends it across ice to Brody. Brody lost the puck, but has it on a forehand now. Takes a shot. Goalie got a blocker on that. Knocked it down. Picked up by Reston. Reston sends it over. We got a big collision down there. No penalty, though. Coming out towards the top of the circle. Swatting at it was Riot. Now skating the other way. Reston dumps it in. It's going to ricochet behind the net, and now getting it picked up by Jackson. Jackson's got 2 forecheckers on him, though, and they take the puck. They have it on a forehand behind the net. They send it off the back of the net, but Jackson got in there and knocked it away. Jackson's skating with it now, looking for a pass, and left the puck, though, and now chips it out. It hit Brody, and now sends it ahead to Dakota. Dakota chips it into the offensive zone, but Reston dumps it immediately back in. This could be icing. They're waving the icing, unbelievably. All right, so Williams there. He fends it over to Jackson. Jackson's got it on the board, trying to clear it ahead. It bounces in the air over to Riot. Riot got a paw on that, but sends it to Brody. Brody's now skating with it. Enters the zone on side and getting some pressure. Sends it to Dakota on the trailer. Lost the puck, though, on top of the circle. Now Reston's got it. They send it out of the zone. Goes over to the far side boards. Jackson's there. Jackson's going to step up, and they send it across the ice. There's a Reston player there waiting for it, and they're going to regroup in their defensive zone. They find a player at neutral ice, and he's going to dump it in. Intercepted by William. William sends it back to Dakota, or maybe got poked away by Reston. Still battling for control of the puck. Reston sends it into the slot. Brody's there. Chipped at it was Riot. Riot sends it to Dakota. Dakota's chasing the other way and got it. Throws it, misses the net, goes over to the far corner. And Reston dumps it out of the zone. Bouncing puck slowed down by Johnny, who just came off the bench. And now we have a whistle coming. And Reston's going to the box. I'm not sure what the penalty is. Protesting. But they did it right in front of the referee, whatever it was. don't know what happened. I think they're saying offsides maybe. Nobody's going to the box. 6:32. A lot of talking going on, a lot of whistles. Now the referee's putting somebody in the box. It's a technical on Reston. I think he was saying something to the referee. The referee wasn't having it. And now he might get another technical for going in the box the way he did, but referee's got his back to that. So we're in a power play for 2 minutes. There's 6:32 on the 2-goal deficit here. Now Dylan's got it. Dylan dumps it into himself, but there's a Reston player playing keep away down there. And they keep the pressure on, though. The puck comes out to Johnny. No, it's held in there alongside the circle. Johnny steps up to hold it in, fires it into the slot, but taken away by Reston, and they shovel it out of the zone. Chasing after it now is Johnny and William. William's going to get there first, but he's got 2 forecheckers on. Patriots are in a power play here. And William made a move to get away from the 1 forechecker. Left there, poked at by the Reston. Now Reston holds it at the point. They dump it back in, but William is waiting for it and sends it out of the zone to Z. Z's going to cross the red line here and made a move to get away from that. And now over to Dylan. Dylan sends it over to Joseph. Joseph takes a shot, misses. I think a defender got a stick on that. Comes over the near side boards and now sends it behind the net. Loose puck. Chasing after it's Dylan, but Reston's there. They fire it out. It hit Joseph's skate. Reston slows it down, finds another skater, and they're onside on a one-on-one. Johnny banging on him. Takes a shot, short-handed, missed the net though. Comes over the near side. Williams started to dig it out. Sends it ahead for Dylan. And now Dylan's crosses the red line, and now onside. He's got some speed on, got it slowly on a forehand, looking for a pass. Centers it to the crease. There was nobody there except Reston. And now Reston throws it out, but now out of the zone. They find another Reston player there, going to cross the end of the zone. Joseph catching up, bangs on him just as he tried to pass it. Now Joseph takes it away. Got it behind the net, sends it ahead for Dylan. Dylan's going to now skate going the other way, getting joined by Z and Joseph. And now has it on our forehand. Takes a shot. Goalie got a blocker on that, knocked it over to the far side boards. And Reston fires it out of the zone. Williams got to go collect it and get us regrouped. Sends it over to Johnny. And Reston makes a couple changes there. He sends it ahead for Joseph. Joseph enters the zone, got banged on, goes into the netting, and that'll stop the clock. 4:50. And our power play continues for another 19 seconds. We're down by 2 goals. Neutral zone faceoff coming. So Zach's out there, John, Geffen, Danny, and Cohen. And Patriots won the draw. Cohen's going to go bang this into the zone, dumps it in deep. Now the puck's behind the net. Reston's there, but forechecking, and it comes out to the blue line, held in by Danny. Danny dumps it back in, and the puck goes into the behind the net. And John's down there, tried to center it to the slot, but immediately flung out of there by Reston, and Cohen got a stick on that, so no icing. And now Cohen's going to go fetch it, and sends it out of the zone, goes out to neutral ice. Reston's there waiting for it, and they dump it back. It hit a Reston player, and now Reston settles it. We're going to get onside here. They're back to full strength now. They send it into the slot. Danny picks it up and skating with it behind the net. Puts the brakes on to get away from the forecheck, sends it over to the other blue line. Reston steps up, dumps it in. Lost the puck though. Cohen flings it out of the zone, and now chasing on a forecheck is Geffen. Reston sends it across the ice to another Reston player, now back to neutral ice. Reston's onside in the 2-on-2. Danny trying to slow him down, puts the brakes on. Danny poke-checked it away. Reston shovels it in on a backhand, but it's stuck down there. And now rattling around, and now Reston's got it on a forehand. Done, and now into the circle. Has it, sends it on a backhand. Henry's down in the butterfly. They're still banging on his pads. And now Danny's poking at it. Now they bring it back towards the front of the net. And now the players go down. We have a whistle. That'll stop play. I think Henry covered it. All right, full strength. 3:34 to go, third period. Patriots are down by 2 goals. Defensive zone faceoff coming. And we've got Chris and Jackson on defense. Brody, Riot, Dakota. Riot taking the draw. Jackson and Brody are in the slot. Back, Patriots won that draw. Chris has got it now behind the net. Fires it over the other side. Jackson's there. Jackson's going to push it ahead for Brody, but stuck to him a little bit. Brody's got it on a forehand, trying to center it to the Chris. Chris steps up, sends it over to Dakota. Dakota's got some room, sends it ahead to Riot. Riot touched it up as he entered the zone, but getting tied up by some Reston players there. And the puck's rattling around there. Goes into the near side circle, picked up by Dakota. Dakota tried to center it, but it went behind the net, over the far side. Brody's down there on a forecheck. Reston got rid of it, sent it over to the near side. It's coming, and Reston's lost their edge, though, as they try to clear it out and held in by Dakota. Now Chris takes a shot on that. Goalie got a piece of that, but now defender picked it up and skated with it behind the net. Over to Dakota on the near side. Tries to center, it hits the skate of a Reston player, and they're going to ice the puck. But Jackson was there, and he stopped it and sent it back to Chris. We're on back on side, sends it to Dakota. Dakota brings us, and we're going to get back on side. And Brody's got it. Brody got chipped away by a Reston player, and they dump it back in. Loose puck now in the corner. Reston's there, but so is Riot on a forecheck, and the puck comes out to the near side, now bouncing around behind the net. Reston's there, and they whiff on it initially. It hit the referee a bit, I think, and now stuck's against the far side board. Reston try to clear it out, and they do, and Chris has got to go settle it. Sends it over to Dakota. Dakota flings it back in the offensive zone. We're back on side, but Reston's got the puck. Now Chris is going to bring us on side, and we're off sides. 2:09, third period. See where this faceoff comes, right at the blue line. Patriots are down by 2 goals. There's only 2:09 to go. Neutral zone faceoff. Yosef's out there. Z, Dylan, Langston, and Williams. Controlled by the Patriots. Langston's got it. Shovels it ahead, but there's a Reston player there. He kicks it back into our defensive zone. Williams going to go fetch this and play keep away behind the net. Fires it over to the far side. Dylan's over there. Chips it, but can't clear the zone. It hit a Reston player, goes into the slot now. Back checking, is Yosef, trying to toe drag it out of there, and does. Now going the other way. Dylan's got it. Going to shovel it to Yosef. Puck comes flinging back out of the zone. We're offside. Williams recognizes that and is going to try to, got touched up by Reston, comes back in deep in our zone. Langston hammers it over to the other side. Slow down there by William, but now over to, and now banging on it and stuck on the boards. Z's involved now. Reston gets it out of there, and they fling it in deep. Bouncing puck goes behind our net. Langston's going to dig it off. Puts it on a forehand, flings it out towards the blue line, and now Dylan's got it. Dylan sings it by now chasing after it and getting some pressure there. Now flung in towards the net by Z, but picked up by Reston. Reston immediately flings it the other way, and chips it. It's going to go on net. No, it turned and went the other way. Langston fires it. It took a weird hop off the boards. Dylan sends it ahead for Z. Z touched it up. Now Reston's going to go regroup in the neutral ice. And now they're going to charge back in the offensive zone. And now they have it on the forehand. Takes a shot, but touched up by Langston. Goes behind the net. Langston's going to go get that. Sends it out to Dylan. Dylan can't quite handle that. And now got behind him. They got a 2-on-1 going the other way. Put some speed on it. Getting drawn by Yosef on the other side. Tried to center it, but Yosef got intercepted by Reston. Reston's got the puck in the near side boards. 38 seconds to go in the game. Out to Yosef. Yosef lost the puck in the high slot. Reston's got it going the other way. William going to try to slow him down here. And he turns away from William, and they're going to regroup. Swatting at it was Dylan. We're going to make some changes. Reston brings it onside. Centers it, but there's nobody there. It goes against the far side. We got a whistle. The penalty's on Z for something. See if I get a signal out of the referee here. Interference. Okay, 21 seconds to go in third period. Penalty kill. Ellis, Gethin, Johnny, and Danny. And we're going to probably finish this game in a penalty kill. There's only 21 seconds left on the clock. Back, Patriots won that draw. Danny sends it over to Ellis on the near side. No pressure though from, now they send it out, but Gethin was there. And Reston holds his own. Going to take a shot, misses the net to the left. Danny goes and fetches it, brings it over to the near side, looking for a pass. Sends it ahead for Ellis. Ellis chips it out of the zone. There's 3 seconds left. And that'll be the end of the game. Patriots lose. The final score is 4-2. That's it for hockey tonight. We've got a game tomorrow at Piedmont. I'll be live streaming that. Be on the lookout for the link. I'll send it out tonight. Thanks for tuning in.